Hello to all my fellow viewers from the United Kingdom and around the world. Welcome to another edition of the Aaron's Ales channel. It's Wednesday, and as a change to Thursday and the weekend, I thought I'd select a different day for a change to do my next edition of a demonstrative pour and review on a perfect draft kegged beer cider. It's been almost a month and a half since I done my last demonstrative pour and review video on a perfect draft keg, which was Whole Garden Rosé, and I must say, out of all kegs I've had, with that being only 3% by volume, it was the worst one I have ever encountered and tried. But I've moved on from that one now. So, moving strictly on, this keg I am reviewing and doing a demonstrative pour on this evening is another one of those Swedish ciders, but has also been recently added as a new addition of ciders to the Perfect Draft kegged ranges of ciders. And this is Kopperberg Crisp Apple Cider. This is 4% by volume. First things first, grab your branded pint glass. I've got a Kopperberg one, or if you don't have a Kopperberg branded pint glass, any other pint glass with a widget at the bottom will do. So first thing we do, pour a little bit out. And now, here we go, 45-degree angle, handle straight down. Look at that nice clear green colour on this cider, and not too bad with the carbonation. Unfortunately, there isn't a head on this cider, but who cares? Let's try and see the other side if you can see the bubbles there. Just about see the slight bits. Let's get the aroma of this Swedish cider. And this is the second Kopperberg cider I've reviewed on this. Here it goes. Definitely smell apples in here. It almost reminds me of apple sauce, which pairs nicely with pork dinner. And it also reminds me of the dessert apple charlotte, which was a dish I made as part of my food entry-level studies when I was a student at Ysgol Penmaes years ago, during my school days. Anyway, now we come to the important part, the taste test. Cheers, iechyd da. I've got to say, out of the 4 ciders I have tried now, with this being my 4th one, out of the perfect draft ranges of ciders, the crisp apple version of Kopperberg is really nice, not too bad. That's all I can get through on my taste buds is a slight taste of sharpness, not too sharp. Definitely getting a lot of apples, as you'd expect in most ciders. It actually reminds me of between apple crumble and apple pie and custard, because I'm getting some vanilla notes on this as well, in my opinion. But in my opinion, though, I don't see it tasting very much like a cider at all. From what I've just tasted, with this being 4% by volume, it almost reminds me of drinking a glass of Prosecco with the sharp edge on the taste buds. We now come to the part of food pairings. Well, we're going nicely with this Swedish cider. I think this would go really nicely with some nice Swiss cheese. This would go really nicely to blend out the balance of the creaminess and the balance of the sweetness in flavour. But I think this would also pair nicely with a bar snack, and I think the perfect bar snack that would accompany this, in my opinion, would be a nice packet of KP style honey roasted peanuts, as it will balance out the sharpness and the sweetness together with all those combined flavours with this crisp apple cider. We now come to the final part, which is the rating. Kopperberg crisp apple gets a 6 out of 10 from Aaron Sales. This is a 6 out of 10 from me. Not one of my favourites, I must say, but it is really good and really nice. Thank you for watching. Please tune in again soon to my next video. Good night, no star, hwyl fawr, goodbye.